arrival at over 400 miles per hour with the famous red, white and blue. So please put your hands together for the 2025 Royal Air Force Aerobatic team. It's the Red Arrow! Arriving at over 400 miles per hour, trailing our famous red, white and blue. Red one pulls them up, brings them around to the right to start the show rolling. There are three types of show that we can do. It's a full, a rolling or a flat, and that's dependent on cloud base and or airspace. Unfortunately, the airspace from Gatwick here limits us to a rolling show. However, that show is just as good as any of the other shows that we do. You now see Red 6 and 7 collapse behind Red 1, Reds 8 and 9 move in to form our world famous Diamond 9. Once again, in from the right, leading them as the team leader for his second year is squadron leader John Bond, Red 1. Former Typhoon pilot, former Tucano and display pilot on the Tucano in 2012. The smoke comes on in the Diamond 9. On the right of Red 1 is Red 2, Flight Lieutenant Rob Thomas. Rob is in his first year on the team. Uniquely, he was taken from training and made straight into an instructor on the Hawk T Mark 1, before then completing his own training and joining the Typhoon Force, where he served on operations over Iraq and Syria on 3 Squadron, before then becoming an instructor on the Operational Conversion Unit 29 Squadron, both based at RAF Coningsby in Lincolnshire. You'll now see the centre section move forward. It's the rear sections actually moving rearwards, and Reds 8 and 9 split left and right to form one of the widest shapes that we fly in 2025. The smoke comes on, the team roll out in the Swan. You can hear those commands from Red 1. They're almost robotic and monotone in his delivery, and that's because we fly our formation by ear rather than by eye, and that means the pilots on the outside of the formation are putting their input in just a little bit earlier than those on the inside to ensure that the formation moves as one. Reds 8 and 9 now move inwards, sit behind Reds 2 and 3 to form the shape of one of the most iconic aircraft in aviation history. The smoke comes on from the left in the Concorde. On the left hand side of that centre section is Red 3, Flight Lieutenant Andrew McEwen, known as Hacker. Hacker is also in his first year at the team. He flew the AV-8B, which is a Harrier variant, while on exchange with the United States Marine Corps, before then completing his own training back in the UK on the Royal Air Force latest 5th generation fighter, the F-35B Lightning II, based at RAF Marham with the world famous 617 Dam Busters Squadron. Reds 2 and 3 move upwards, and the rear section form the Delta Wing shape, because 2025 celebrates 20 years of the Royal Air Force Typhoon display team. As the team roll out from the right to celebrate those 20 years, this is Typhoon. All the way at the back on the right hand side of that formation, Red 4 working extremely hard, looking all the way through the formation at Red 1, because we take all our formation references from Red 1 and not necessarily the aircraft that's on the inside of us. Red 4 is squadron leader Chris McCann, second year on the team. Again, he was taken from training and made straight into an instructor on the Tucano, after which he then joined the Tornado GR4 Force, again serving on 617, the Dam Busters Squadron, on operations over Afghanistan, where he received an Air Force Cross for his service on operations over Afghanistan. The team now move forward because the Royal Air Force not only has a capability in air, we also have a capability in space and cyber. And with a nod to that capability, in from the left, this is Apollo. 11 pilots in the Red Arrows. There are Reds 1 through 9 displaying. Myself, Red 10, former Tornado GR4 pilot, former qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T Mark II, and this is my 4th and final year with the Red Arrows. And then we are commanded by Wing Commander Adam Collins, Red 11, who was former Red 10, former Tornado GR4 pilot and former F111 pilot while on exchange with the Royal Australian Air Force, and it's his final year as Officer Commanding RAFAT. Reds 6 and 11 now split. Reds 8 and 9 move left and right. Coming in from the left, get your cameras ready. The smoke will come on for the colourful Big Vixen. Particular manoeuvre, the aircraft are flying with their air brakes out. There's a small door at the base of the aircraft underneath towards the back. And that has a twofold effect. The first effect means the pilots fly with a higher throttle setting, thereby producing a hotter engine gas temperature, and it makes the smoke colours burn a lot more brightly. In addition to that, it disturbs the airflow outside the back of the aeroplane, and it makes the smoke billow a lot more fuller. And therefore, in certain manoeuvres throughout the display, we'll use that technique to enhance those manoeuvres. But of course, the Red Arrows is not just about the pilots. We have a team of over 140 personnel. 120 of them are the engineers, the logisticians, the public relations, the administrators, and they are known as the Blues. And there are a number of Blues today here at the RAF Village tent. So please pop along, have a word with them, find out what they do in the Red Arrows and also what they've done in their Royal Air Force careers. 6 and 7 sit behind Red 1. Reds 8 and 9 sit in trail. Red 1 continues to bring them around to the right. For the most popular, if not the most popular, the Red Arrows fly. Get your cameras ready. It's tornado time!
Push off, dive, and dive, roll up.
8 and 9, roll, go. The aboard call is made from Red 9 as Reds 8 and 9 roll around the rest of the formation. But watch for the colour change as Red 1 brings them down the line. Reds 8 and 9 now join the rest of the formation as Red 1 continues to bring them around to the right. They'll form our world famous Diamond 9 once again, and this will be your last opportunity to get a picture of the Red Arrows in our world famous Diamond 9 before we go off into the second half of the show. Of course, the second half of the show is the more dynamic, heart-pumping, jaw-dropping part of the show, a lot more fast-paced with the high-speed head-on crosses from the Synchro pair. Red 1 continues to bring them around to the right. The smoke will come on once again in our world famous Diamond 9. It's the 2025 Red Arrows.
Swing back a little. Lights off, dive. Left. Oh, there's
As we go into the second half, we'll start with the same way as 2024 because it was so popular. Get your cameras ready, it's the 5-4 split. Now in the second half, we operate in two distinct sections. Off to the left-hand side, Reds 1 through 5, known as Enid, named after Enid Blyton's famous 5. And off to the right-hand side, 6, 7, 8 and 9, known as Hannah, named after squadron leader Ray Hannah, one of the first members of the Red Arrows, the only team leader to lead the team for 4 consecutive years. He took the team from a 7 to a 9 and formed our world famous Diamond 9. Enid from the left, Hannah from the right for the colourful 5-4 cross. Keep your eye on Enid to the right hand side. The call is made by Red 1. Red 4 starts to move to sit in behind Red 1 as Red 5 sits in trail on the rest of Enid.
Take off, go. Take off, go. Back. Hold it. Aboard.
Number 5, roll go. The aboard call is made by number 5 as he rolls around the smoke of Enid. Red 5 is Flight Lieutenant Dustin Wales, known as Dusty. He's in his second year on the team, originally from Zimbabwe. He's a former Typhoon pilot, having served on 11 Squadron, an instructor on 29 Squadron, as well as being a test pilot on 41 Squadron, all based at RAF Coningsby in Lincolnshire. As Enid leaves to our right hand side, look directly to your front. You're looking for the smoke trails of Hannah. The red and the blue from 8 and 9 roll around the rest of the smoke of Synchro pair. For the Hannah break.
Hannah slip.
Red 6 and 8 to the left hand side, red 7 and 9 to the right hand side. Hannah and the Synchro pair are led by the Synchro leader. That's red 6 to our left hand side, smoking white. Red 6 is squad leader Tom Hansford. Tom is in his third and final year on the team. He's a former Typhoon pilot, former qualified weapons instructor on the Typhoon, which means he used to teach all weapons tactics and technical information to the entire Typhoon force. Each pair will now dive back to the display line. They'll dive down to a height approximately 100 feet above the sea. They have a closing speed of over 900 miles per hour in a maneuver called the Hannah Pass.
Pressure.
Reds 8 and 9 go up and down in the roller coasters as Reds 6 and 7 remain flat. Pull go is the call from Red 6 as Red 6 to our right pulls up and Red 7 to our left pull up. Red 7 to our left is Flight Lieutenant George Hobday. George is in his second year on the team. Again, he was made an instructor from training on the Tucano before then joining the Typhoon Force, completing operations over Iraq and Syria with 11 Squadron. Each aircraft roll inverted, roll the correct way up to meet in the middle, passing wingtip to wingtip only 30 metres, completing the manoeuvre called Boomerang. Each aircraft now turns hard up to 6G away from each other, turn the Boomerang into Cyclone Slingshot. Red 9 is Flight Lieutenant Ollie Suckling. Ollie's in his third year on the team. He's a former Tornado GR4 pilot, former qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T-Mark II. As Enid leaves to our left hand side, look directly to your front. You're looking for the nose lights of the Synchro pair in the distance. Red 6 with Red 7 to his right hand side, our left hand side. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your cameras ready. This is the one you do not want to miss. The smoke comes on for the world famous Synchro Heart. And coming in from the top right to spear the heart is Red 8, Flight Lieutenant Rich Walker. Rich is an extremely experienced pilot, having flown Harrier, Typhoon and been a qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T-Mark II. And the Red Arrows would like to dedicate today's heart to Jemima and Elliot, who are guests today of Airshow Eastbourne, who are getting married on Saturday. But the show's not over. Keep your eye on the Synchro pair. They will come back towards the display line once again at that 100 feet. That closes a speed of over 900 miles per hour. right-hand side in the distance, just to the right of the pier. 8 and 9, roll goes Reds 8 and 9, roll around the smoke of Enid in the corkscrew. The motto of the Red Arrows is attract, which means excellence. Striving for excellence in everything that we do. And we also like to think that we leave the team in a little bit of a better place than when we joined the team. As Enid switch off their smoke, keep looking to your left, crossing in the middle, 30 metres, wingtip to wingtip, that's only 100 feet, before then turning hard away from each other in the circus. Their lungs, their head, their weight, their helmet is all weighed 6 times heavier than what you and I are as we stand on the seashore. Not only that, they pass their blue to red, their red to blue, holding up that 6G to complete the manoeuvre called circus. Once again, as the Synchro pair leave to our rear, look to your front right 45 and you're looking for the white smoke of Enid running back in. Our famous red, white and blue goes on once again as Red 1 flies a barrel roll in the sky, leaving a snake-like smoke trail in the sky in a manoeuvre called the Serpent. Another great opportunity to see our famous red, white and blue, only capable due to the smoke pod that's under the belly of the aeroplane. That smoke pod produces approximately 5 minutes of white smoke, 1 minute of red smoke and 1 minute of blue smoke. Each of the colours have their own button on the pilot's control column. And during winter training, both Red 1 and Red 6 come up with a smoke plan, so we ensure we have the right colour smoke at the right time in the display, and we simply do not run out. Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 now move up alongside Red 1. Extremely hard formation to maintain. They're looking 90 degrees along their shoulder line while pulling up to 4G. The smoke comes on in the tango. As Enid leaves to our front left 45, keep looking to your left, looking to your right, you've got 6 and 9 coming from the left, Red 7 and 8 from the right hand side. 6 and 9 roll inverted for one of our first new manoeuvres of 2025, this is Chainsaw. Red 6 and 9 inverted for up to 30 seconds, all the blood rushing to their head. They're working extremely hard against those negative Gs. Conversely, they now roll the correct way up. They turn those negative Gs to positive Gs. All the blood rushing from their head to their feet as they pull up to 6G, fighting hard against those G-pants. Keeping their eye on Red 7 and 8 coming in from the left as they cross in the middle, completing the chainsaw manoeuvre. Cast your eyes to the left-hand side, the nose lights twinkling in the distance of Enid. 2 and 3, roll goes Reds. 2 and 3, roll to the outside. Clear goes Reds. 4 and 5, roll to the outside. And one of the hardest manoeuvres for our new pilots to master each year, this is aerobatics. As Enid disappear to our right hand side, look directly to your front, you're looking for the aircraft of Hannah. The smoke comes on from Red 6, 8 and 9. The red and the blue from 8 to 9 roll around the smoke of red 6 for the second of our newest manoeuvres for 2025. We can see 6, we can see 8, we can see 9. However, hiding in the smoke of red 6 is red 7 in the Tempest. Red 6 once again to our left hand side, red 7 off to our right hand side. Each aircraft will pull up to approximately 1,000 to 1,500 feet. They'll turn hard back towards the display line for their final manoeuvre of the show. Once again, the Synchro pair will dive down to 100 feet, that closing speed of over 900 miles per hour. Each aircraft will perform a barrel roll, passing in the middle 30 metres wingtip to wingtip 100 feet before rolling inverted to leave the display area in a manoeuvre simply called the crossbow. By reds 8 and 9. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's been an honour and a pleasure. Please put your hands together for the 2025 Royal Air Force Aerobatic team. It's the Red Arrow!